edition of One Way, where we head one way to the west. You might notice it may sound a little different. It'll look a little different. I still might be covering the mics with my hands unintentionally. New phone, 7:3 aspect ratio, although it leaves a really weird looking black line on the left. And I don't know if I'm gonna actually save it this way on the in the end, but it is recorded and playing at 60 frames per second. Still 720p to knock the file size down because laptop, SSD, limited space, you know the drill. So this is a test run. And already. So this is a test run, and I'm gonna go for about an hour. Just to see how well this thing will last continuously running. Yeah, the boat's still difficult as anything to control. But if I keep the 60 frames per second, you can kind of see. It's a little hard to see at the speed we're passing by stuff, but we are indeed in a land of math errors. And the next math error that should come up is in the approximately, what is it, the 512? Now I want to check my volume. Okay, I can actually somewhat hear it. The other phone I couldn't. I said we needed another phone. And I've been scratching my head as to why, when I try to load this game up, that One Way would not appear in the selection list. And I kind of forgot that external was kind of what I had to go by, not internal. That, when I switched over to the G5, which is what this is replacing, I had that issue as well. In fact, I actually had to go to forums to ask, I've got my worlds on this thing, where are they? So, yeah, new phone. I was almost going to say LG Note 20, Samsung Note 20. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the curved things, screen on the top and bottom, but now it's so low profile. It's just a minor distraction, not really that bad. And I think this thing is doing the display's doing the let's not display blue stuff, because you know the anti-blue thing to try to not induce, you know, people being wide awake. Now, typically, I try to keep everything traditional. Like when even though my laptop is more than capable of doing Java Edition at 16 chunks, that was the original far distance. That's what we originally started with, and that's what we're sticking with. This, I wanted to stick with 14, but that wasn't really an option. Ooh, smooth. Smooth. Thing's starting to get a hair warm, but that display looks a little funky. Extra wide screen. It has that really weird, I gotta get used to my thumb finger placement. It's not 16:9, it's 7:3 aspect. And for those of you that flunked math, that people refer to it as 21:9, but video displays are supposed to be of a least common multiple, but I guess a lot of display manuals just use the 9 as a familiarity, even though it's technically an not really a correct way of describing the aspect. Or if you really want to go with the true way of describing aspect, you go by the Academy format, which in this case it'd be 2 1/4 to 1. Oh, yeah, you can. It's still a little hard to see, but if we duck, yeah, you can see how it's a little jerky. But it's nice and smooth this way. Let me look down. Nice and smooth this way. Not quite so smooth that way. And just like the other phone, it doesn't want to really duck. It's a little more slippery. A little harder to keep the player moving. I'm gonna be mean and steal your bed. So I'm gonna go for an hour. Funny thing is, there's nothing in these villages that I could really use. Anyway, it's a litmus test. See if the video will go that long. See if I know that I'm still using AZ Recorder, and I know it can do it. Because I've accidentally left it running, and there'd be like a 2-hour video segment. So I know it can do it, and this thing doesn't matter the frame rate, it still just doesn't want to run. Plus the USB cable is still hooked up to the computer because I was trying to figure out how to get things on and off. Doesn't look like it wants to, if I use its mini USB cable, I think it's only meant to charge the thing, because I tried to do file transfers and it wouldn't do anything. And we can move. Yeah, I know that weighs a little. So the one thing I couldn't keep, and there was a bit of jerkiness there. That's okay. Slam. So like I said, I'm not sure if it'll be in 30 or 60 frames per second when I'm done. I know the raw video is, for some reason, because I guess because of the wide aspect, my normal video editor isn't really wanting to touch these. So I have to use the one in my computer that came with it, which will work with it. And if I can figure the thing out, I can use that to make these videos, but I like my REoL Video Studio much better. Yeah, there's occasional jerkiness. It ain't that bad though. And why are we not moving forward? How are we on bread? Plenty good on bread. Random jump. And randomly whack at stuff. Well, the game is actually showing up in 4K, which, yeah, wish I could adjust that setting, but, yeah, we can run. Yeah, that's still a thing. But hey, it's nice and smooth. It's nice and smooth as it's jerking. Alright, let's see. We got a free bed. I don't know if... Oh, here we go, another one. Got 2 free beds. Let's get in the building. It's being a little stubborn. Like I said, it's also wider, so I'm not... Why are we... Okay, that's normal. Just strange. Alright, we're just waiting for the day to end. It's definitely more responsive. Alright, so... Yeah, okay. Alright, and run. It is fairly responsive. I'll give it that. And like I said, and yeah, that's going to be a thing because it's a touch screen. And that always happened on every version. But for the most part, it's running nice and smooth. I mean, if it's going to be a little jerky here and there, I might just upload this at 30 frames per second. I mean, a little bit here and there, that's one thing. But if it's a constant, more than a occasional, and I still can't, and the stutter's there, that's alright. It's running way better than the other phone. Plus, some of the cores don't run as fast as the other ones do. So there might be a little bit of slowdown in that department. Feels like there's a little lag. It might just be that I'm not used to it running silky smooth. Even when I got the G5, it wasn't silky smooth, but it was fairly constant and very controllable initially. Timing the jumps is easier, that's for sure. And like I said, you gotta get used to the fact that we got a 7:3 aspect screen, so fingers are a little wider apart. It's a bigger screen too, 6.9 inches versus versus 5.5 on the G5 that I used. But, you know, the smoothness is making it easier to do these jumps, which actually do help a little bit with the distance. Although, some of it, like going down, I probably should avoid doing. And that just completely missed. Yeah, there's a slight jerkiness once in a while. And no. It does not like double tapping. Am I just hitting the wrong spot on this? Then again, this game tends to have its jerky moments. Even my laptop that runs it silky smooth occasionally it'll stutter a little bit. I mean, if that's the stuttering, that's not bad at all. And I lost my momentum. And double tap. Why does it... Yeah, probably because because the screen's much bigger, it's closer to the edge. I always have the phone facing where the volume control is on top. And it seems to actually be the best because it's... If I have it where it's facing to the... where the volume knobs are on top, the display is more to the right, which kind of how I want that. It's also probably why there's a strange black bar on the left. Why, for those of you old school, which probably most of you aren't, kind of reminds me of the Atari 2600. Because if you ever played an actual Atari 2600 system, the video is always off to the right. And because video editor none of the video editors actually support the little jerkiness here. That's okay. Go. Yeah, there's action here, so chose a bad way to go. Oh, and we got a... Oh, no, I thought I had a... We did! Surprise. Big hit. Move the player. Yeah, I gotta get used to where the... controls are. Plus, I have the USB thing plugged in for power and to transfer files. So, that's kind of an issue there as well. Alright, let's see what we got. Another golden apple. Cool. Alright, can we... Okay, that's just regular sand. Another golden apple. We can get rid of that. We never know. We can ditch that if we got enough gold stuff. That, definitely. Wait a minute. We don't have any of this, do we? Well, we don't know. Alright, now the fun part is getting out, because we got singletons, yep, X. And, yeah, actually I should hit the spot where I want the block to be placed. That might help a little better. Yeah, it's a little more of a reach. A little harder. That was interesting. Anyway, which way is the exit? And that's the way. And double tap. Yeah, that seems to still be a thing. Oh, wait a minute. We used a bed, let's replace a bed. In fact, we could use more. Okay, that building's not going to help us. This might. And run. And run. Well, that's not a problem that's gone away. But I mean, being far more responsive than the other phone was, it's definitely behaving. It really does not like double taps. But it's working. It's doing the job. It does it fairly well. Oh, what a fun story it was getting this phone. Yeah, like I said, okay, we're way off to the side. Yeah. Like you've been hearing me complain for quite a few of these episodes that I need another phone. I can't even turn the player. I'm tapping and nothing's happening, which, yeah, is still a thing. But I can turn, I can move the player around, find more villages. Won't have to use a bed, you can just go in here and borrow one. Alright, let me move a little bit. Alright, it took me a while to see if the sun was fading out yet. Yeah, now it's doing that. So that means it's time to go to bed. No. Damn it. Oh, he didn't even care. He didn't even notice I hit him. I didn't mean to hit you. Did not mean to hit you. So he's not even coming after me. That's good. We don't need that problem. So one of the things I gotta do is get rid of this stupid less blue light crap, because I want my colors to appear proper. If it's a blue sky, I don't want it looking tan. I want blue skies, not tan skies. If there were a forest fire, then it might justify it a little bit. But yeah, I've been going for maybe about a half hour or so. I'm guessing, because I never really paid too much attention. And yeah, the frame rate has dropped a little bit, but you can see it. Boy, that's a seizure-inducing thing right there, with a nice frame rate that we got. But yeah, it's still chugging along. It's warm as all anything, but it's chugging along. What I wish they had, that was a successful jump. What I wish they had were some. Yeah, I think my problem is I'm hitting too far to the right. I'm just so used to having to have my finger a little further in. Yeah, I'm not seeing a smithy anywhere. Those are the ones that matter. We got plenty of food. We got plenty of beds. So yeah, it's not surprisingly not really showing up that much, the math errors. Going fast enough, you can't really see them. Failed to jump, but hey, we maintained our speed in the water, so who cares? Yeah, that old external storage thing, because every time I think external, I'm thinking something that's attached to the phone. Yeah, I mean, like every once in a while there's a bit of a slowdown. If there were a way to lower the resolution of the phone for the game, then I would do it. I lost speed. I lost the speed. That's not good. What's also not good is we're seriously drifting off axis here. Got it that time. Yeah, eat the food. I don't think I even have to bash that one, but I did. And we can jump. Yeah, I mean, some of the problems I had is not low frame rate. It's just doesn't want to go. And yeah, that's still a thing. Although not as bad. Smack. It's interesting to see how far off the audio is. I'm just going to spot check the thing when I upload it to the computer. The funny thing is, I don't know what it is, but there's this weird bluish line that glinting bluish line that appears on the extreme far right every once in a while. I don't know if that is something that's appearing in the actual video itself, or that's just something that's appearing on my display. Yeah, so the video editor I like to use doesn't like to work with the weird resolution. It's looking for a 1280 for a 720p video, and it's, like I said, it's a wider aspect. 7.3, 2 1/4 to 1. Now, I just did a basic test, full volume, half volume. It sounded like half volume was okay. I can actually hear the game, so I'm not 100% sure if it's still going to be too loud for you. So, I mean, it's a little trial and error. Really wish Video Studio would accept the video that was pumping out of this thing. Still likes to tell me that I'm ducking. I'm wondering if that's the Minecraft thing, because I had that problem with the G5, and it's replicated here. That and double tapping to run sometimes does nothing. But more often than not, it's smack. More often than not, it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. If it ain't perfect, it's one thing, but when it's a constant nag, then yeah, my finger keeps going to the right every time I double tap. It seems a bit crammed in. You gotta get used to that. Do I want to go this way? Can I go this way? Yes, I can. I'm not ducking. I'm not ducking. We're running. Yeah, the phone don't want to listen to me either. Yeah, I think I'm going to try that again with the small cable, because I could not get anything onto the phone. But I could look at stuff. I never tried to see if it would accept putting something on. Don't matter. But yeah, come on, double tap. And we can run. We can run. Mountains! Yay, we love those. But we got a nice steady starting climb. And is that a village? Nope, that's just formations. Double tap, double tap. Oh, it looked like it was a formation that it could easily climb. It's actually not too bad, at least the first part. Yeah, we haven't made too much progress. Yep, yep. Jump, 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 jump. Well, this looks like we might actually climb it. Nice jump. Failed to happen. Or that. Like I said, some of it is getting used to where things are, because ultra-wide screen, I mean, it's not really all that much bigger. And again, I'm seeing that weird blue line. I don't know what that is. Ooh, I didn't see that at all. Well, good thing it wasn't a ravine, although, like I said, we would be starting from the village that we started in, which would not be fun, but at least we wouldn't completely have crapped on everything here. Alright, place the bed here. I like how I can turn. That's definitely a plus. And sleep the night. And it's daytime. And it's move time. Well, if it's telling me that it's making a new video segment, if that's what the weird line is, then it is what it is. It ain't the first time, if it were to happen, that I've lost segments due to the video getting too long. I think they fixed that, because I know I had to keep an eye on the clock, because if I went too long, the video recorder that I use would make new segments, but they'd all be corrupted. If that happens here, then it's not like it's the first time that I've lost video. Alright, I would like to get over this way. I thought it'd make a lot more progress with a faster phone. Yeah, we made pretty good progress, actually, being that it actually keeps running. I see ocean on the far left. Alright, I just want to see something here. So, weird thing is the some of the stuff is getting clipped off because of the aspect. 16, 12. No, can't have 14. Just for traditional sakes. So I'm staying closer to what we've been using. If not a little more in my favor, because it's a bigger and better phone, finally. Said I was going to do it, and we can run. One of the things I got to do is fire up YouTube and see if I can access it. We do this stupid double authentication thing. Easy for me to say. Worst case scenario, if I do a live stream and I can't get this phone to work with it. So long as I'm in a place that has Wi-Fi I can use, I could still use the old pain in the ass. I'm gonna freeze up after I get lukewarm video camera on that thing. I'm wondering how much of the battery's getting eaten up. I mean, I'd like to get rid of some of the stuttering that happens, but I want to see how far the battery's going first. And we can run. It's easier to go through the trees, that's for sure. Oh, good. This. Yeah, I was so sick of progress. We still could use more dirt. I thought that was enough that I probably would go smack into the ground. Kind of like that. Says the sheep. Yeah, let's see what this has to offer for us. We're still climbing, but we can get around. Yeah, 512 and change is gonna be... That's gotta be a bug in the game. Because... Now the trick is, if it's doable, to not update this game. Because once the fire lanes get patched out, then yeah, not good. Kind of ruins the whole progress of everything that we've done. Unless there's another objective that is possibly reachable. Yeah, the herky-jerk isn't as much as I thought it would be. And I'm definitely still covering the speaker. I mean, village. Perhaps it was a good idea that we wound up in this direction. If we only have a smithy. Come on, smithy. We could use a smithy. I always swore that I see one, and then I don't. The heck? I got rid of... I lost my bread. That's not good. Can run. Dude, one of these buildings, I'm sure one of these buildings has a duck. Gotta have a table. We can go in. It doesn't. That. And it's better than nothing. Oh, that does work. On the old phone, that wouldn't work. Any more in there? No. X. See it stuttering away. More bread. That helps. No, we don't want to put our chest here. Nope. I'll steal this bed, though. We won't be stealing that bed. It's close enough that we can sleep the night. Or fall down. Oh, we got more bread. In. Okay, I must have already been here. We can move. Okay, one of these buildings has a bed in it. I don't know. What I'm gonna do is put this here. Do this whole thing here. Make extra bread here. Oh wow, yeah, you can do that on this phone. The other one, it would just be like, what you trying to do? Now, hopefully I can wake the villager. There we go. It's only for a day. It's all yours now. Phone's definitely getting warm, but it's doing its job. And we didn't take our X. How much more wood do we have? Yeesh. Well, next time we see an oak, clobber one or two of those. And if we really had to, we could clobber one of these, but lava pool. And there's a village. They're all way off axis though, but okay, these have a better likelihood of some sort of smithy. Oh, there's two right here. Obsidian. That. More of that. Should save the apples. Actually, let's look at our armor here. And it's alright. Yeah, this is a village with more smithies. Typically. Yeah, this is a very highly smithable village. Was it a good thing we went out this far? I think it was, but you're standing in the way. And we can move. Now you made the gold worth doing. In fact, let's take that. Go into here. Make more torches so we can free up a spot. Save the golden leggings. Alright, we are way off axis now. Rusty, oh no, that's just a wheel. Alright, so now we are back in the obsidian count. Without a diamond pickaxe, which we need one more diamond for which to make, we want more than 20 pieces. Or if we find a ruined nether portal that can be rebuilt, leaving spares, then we can try our luck again. Eat enough of those, we'll free up another space. So I'll go maybe another... Looking at the clock here. Another 11 or so minutes, or... Yeah, we can climb. We got a punch. We can move. Glad to see some of Bedrock's stubbornness is alive and well. And boat. So like I said, this is a test video. This segment. I'm not sure if it might be ridiculously loud on your end, but I did a test, and it sounded okay at half volume, and I can actually hear the thing. Not very loud, but at least I can hear it. Okay, you know what I think that weird black bar on the left is that... That's where the camera and that's where the selfie camera lives. So it doesn't want to draw the game over that part of the screen. Or the phone doesn't allow it. Either way, it's fine. You get that weird Atari 2600 off to the right thing going. I still see that weird blue line. I don't know what it stands for. Now we're going off axis in the other direction. It's not a big deal. I mean, we've been as far off in the north-south as well over 300. But like I said, try to keep it as close to 0 as we can so we can go a little further and keep the file size a little smaller. Now, I have successfully purged the file once. And... I'd like to give it another shot. What I might do is just go the 10K, and I was just short of 460. I'm not sure yet. Yeah, I'm not sure what the heck that blue line is. It's appearing on the extreme right. I don't, like I said, if there isn't a glinting bluish line that appears on the far extreme right, then the phone's doing something. I don't know what, but it's doing something that it deems somewhat important. And no duck. And run. Run. REoL. Keep going. And you can run. We didn't stop. I mean, now that I figured out how to purge the world, I can get away with more laterals, but, you know, the fewer the better. Although in this case, it'll probably be safer if I lateral here. Place a bed. Get a couple pieces of coal because we can. Or more. No idea what that is. 3 pieces of stone that could get out of the way, and good night. Alrighty then. What I might do, because it's going to be close enough, is I may go to the next day-night cycle and call it good for this segment. I've had a fun time trying to get stuff to work. Plugged in the phone, computer wouldn't look at it, and I found out it just wanted to know if I wanted the phone to and the computer to talk to each other, which, yeah, kind of important that it does. Then I tried the mini cable and I couldn't transfer anything off the phone, onto the phone. Then I switched to mini to regular and it worked. I don't know if that's just pure coincidence. No, not ducking. Yeah. We can run. We can move. We're not ducking. Yeah, that's gotta be an in-game issue. 2 different makes of phone. Yeah, I are good at English. 2 different makes of phones. And I get the exact same issue. Unless it's an Android thing. Wouldn't be surprised if Android had a thing. I think this thing will live stream just fine if I can get it to work. Not gonna try it. Nope, okay. Not gonna try it today. I just wanted to see if I can get a Let's Play, which... yeah. We can. Smack. board nice and smooth so I can frame everything nice. I wasn't even near that. Yeah, so we can't blame the LG for wanting to do that. Wonder if it's telling me that I got messages or something. I don't know. We can go. I would assume I can get on YouTube, because in order to get this phone going, I had to go on my Google account, so I can't see why I should be unable to just log right in. If I can't, I can't. Like I said, I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. Won't be today, because I actually am running a bit late, and I normally go to bed really early because I get up really early. I mean, I'd like to be on the work days in bed by 6. That's right, 6, because I'm up around 1:50 to 2 in the morning to be ready for work around... I've never seen that before. What the heck is that? Let's find out. Pointless. That's what it is. Oh, no, it isn't pointless. It is to me. Alright, let's move it along. We can move. Yeah, that was a good turn. Alright, pointless. Yeah, we can go. We can do this instead. Good enough. Okay, yep. Ooh. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention there. Yep, here comes the next sleep, and it will be the last bit for this particular segment. I don't know how much of it is going to survive, how much the video editor of whatever kind will look at it, will interpret. And I had the worst case scenario that I'd be aiming a camera at a TV that's playing this footage. But I found a way to make it work. Now if I can figure out how to use the editor that does work with this, and we'll see. Alrighty. another village. Wow. We can run. Yeah, that's not a thing that's changed. But I mean, the overall control is way better. Still having difficulty trying to get him to go where I want. I mean, running at least. Physically going where I want it to go, it does a pretty good job at that. Yeah, we're heading to a point now where I'm just going to sleep the night off. I'm not going to bore you with that. I'm going to sleep the night off and we'll be approximately at that location. And we're back. Extremely hot day, it's lunchtime. And we're jumping randomly. Alright, so this way. So it's my lunch break, and it is too hot. And yeah, my first attempt to port over video, it was in 30 frames and not 60, even though it was recorded at 60. I might just go with the 30. I'm still going to do a little testing. Takes a little getting used to the wider screen. It's set a little dark, but it's okay. And I still can't make good timing with the jumps. But at least most of the time when I hit the button, it jumps. Do I see a village? Why, yes I do, and oh boy, what a mess. It's a very big one. I don't need any beds. We're good with that right now. Yeah, we are good with beds. And that's a useless building, I believe. All the good stuff's up there, but I don't know if I can make it up there. Couldn't have done that on the older phone, that's for sure. Yay! That went entirely where I didn't want to go. It was totally pointless. Good. Nice run. I don't want to get in there fast. Now we completely missed the straight on now. Because yeah, no, not where I want to be. Alright, can we cooperate? Is that anything we can try? Alright, we're going to have to go this way. Not spending all day trying to do what I just did. would like to go in this direction at some point. We have to go way off axis just to make any progress. Let's just go in the way we've been. I just want to get around the mountain. I just want to get around the mountain. Oh, you can't run because you're hungry. Alright, that's a little too loud. I'm still toying around with stuff. Okay, we need to be running. Talked about being 300 blocks off. We're almost there at this point. But we gotta get around the mountains. And we need to make forward progress. And well-timed jumps will give us a tiny bit of a speed boost. We don't want to do it too much, because the jump that it automatically makes is costing us the same amount of energy as doing it ourselves. But doing it ourselves gains about a block of distance, whereas alone it just... Why are there fucking torches? Anyway, we got a desert temple. Let's go raid it. Maybe there's a third diamond. Okay, we need to stop dropping these things. How about running? That's better. Now we pop a torch. And let's see. Unless there's something here that shouldn't be here. I can't see, so. Nothing. No. Something. And more something. And another something. And away we kind of go. Gotta keep an eye on the clock because it's the lunch break, and those are timed. Away. Yeah, we can make a helmet. Get rid of that. And there's a village. we won't need the bed. We won't need to steal any because we've got plenty. And some poor villager can't get to his bed, so we'll use it. So in the first segment, the audio was a hair loud, so I lowered it. I can hear the game somewhat. I can definitely hear it better than on the other phone. The other one definitely had to be really low or you guys would go deaf. Oh, looky. Oh, but no way to get down safely. Splat. Splat. Oh, no splat there. I'm going to swap that for a new one. Yeah, I'm grabbing and placing. I'm grabbing and placing. It's still good at ignoring. Anyway. It ain't much, but it's something. Yeah, we could use that for sure. Alright, it's only a handful of blocks, so we'll dig our way out. And we can move, and we're going the wrong way. Alright, and definitely not hitting the right spot, and going. There we go. Of course, because it had to happen that way. Alright, now let's see if forward progress can happen. Yeah, I gotta keep an eye on the clock. Like I said, unlike the brakes, if you go a hair over, usually they don't care too much. But lunch is timed if we take too long, we lose time and money. And another village. They all seem to be off axis though. Not horribly bad, but still. Yeah, on this phone we don't really need to use the water dude. Oh, you're a fisherman. Don't need that. Nothing against the fisherman. Yeah, we don't need blood either. We're looking for a smithy. don't eat bread. And we can run. We can say stop. Now the question is, will this be a regrettable thing? Because I'm not 100% sure how this will work if we wind up having to, well, we got an island right over there, right? If I stop the game, I don't know how things would work at this point. And it's gotta be real. For some reason, I had problems with the boat rotating like that. Different phone, same thing just happened. That happened because I was looking at my watch, making sure that I'm not going way over my limit. that's a pain. It's kind of stuck right there. I'm just waiting for that to get a little lower so we can sleep. And maybe make some progress. And what I'll do is, if we're in this roof forest, is I'll probably pillar up a tree, then pillar up a few extra blocks, just so any hissy boomies decide to attack before the game even renders in, then we'll be okay. We should be able to get through half of the next day. Alright, 463. No, we're not ducking. This is not duck place. This is run place. This is a place we don't. And we can move. Yep. We can move. I'm not ducking, we're running. Your phone, same old problems. Like I mentioned already about maybe 800 or 900 times. Yeah. And I almost always get the timing wrong. If I get it right, then it works really well. I'm off in the other direction. So of course I miss. We can move. Yeah, I saw things getting a little too green. That's a jungle. I'm not ducking, we're running. Alrighty, so if we can get somewhere remotely open. And of course we didn't run, because that would have been cooperative. And we're damaged, so we'll take the hit on the food there. Stop here. So play it safe. And we're back. Yeah, it was just the way the game sometimes will screw you over, it was just better to... Ooh, yeah. Anyway. That worked. I just like to keep these things on axis, but if it's easier to not do so, so be it. Also, this is my lunch break again. It was questionable whether or not it was going to be considered too hot to safely exercise, and it is. You got the heat advisories again, and if I were at home, and that would be a different story because I don't have to be next to a bunch of people sweating like a pig after the fact. But I don't want to be out there stinking up the entire building, or at least the lab that I work in. So I also want to apologize for the last segment where both of the microphones apparently were covered. So apparently when I cover the mics, you get absolute silence, which, well, I figure that would be a thing because, as we saw Panda over to the far right, also I want to point out that, ooh, gotta move that way. Also want to point out a couple of things. No, I cannot deliver to you a 60 frame per second video. The utility I use to make it even work refuses to make a 60 frame per second video. It'll either do 30 or 24. Now, if my editor could work with the files that this is making, which is odd because it's the exact same program I've been using since day one with the G4, then I'd give you 60 frames. I use AZ Screen Recorder. I forget that. I see it all the time, and AZ Recorder, which is what I've been using since day one, as I've been saying. I tried the built-in screen capture that Android has, and it is terrible. I did a test. And it dragged my frame rate to 30 frames a second, if even that. Whereas this is recording right now, going through a jungle at 60 frames a second, although it dropped ever so slightly because, yeah, I got it now set to record at 30 instead of 60 because I can't give you 60. Unless there's a setting that I messed up somewhere. I mean, that's a possibility. And it looks like we're going to have to wait a little bit. Ooh, that's a good spot for a bed. Let's make it a purple bed. Yeah, so apparently I wind up covering the mic. Like I said, it's just a product of how the game is played. I don't really have much of a control over that. Oh wait, were there any oak ones? I know oak trees. Okay, we can climb the... I know oak is a thing in here. Not going to care too much about leaving trees floating. It's not the right thing to do in the world of this game, but the whole purpose is that... Okay, yep. It's better, but it's not the best. Alright, we're gonna get that out of our inventory and sleep. So again, too hot, lunch break. Also, I figured out how to, on the editor that I like, stupid me, I knew of a way in which I can center the image and wasn't thinking of it. So simple. If I put the video on the main layer, it is what it is. If I put it on one of the, if I leave the main layer blank and put it on the next higher layer, I can manipulate the size, shape, and what have not. So I can shift it over so that it's relatively in the center. There's not a position that's perfect, but it's better than having that Atari 2600 look. Yeah, this phone's the exact opposite of the G4. When I lowered the frame rate, it's actually making this game run faster. Makes sense, doesn't it? But it actually made the other phone run slower if it wasn't a multiple of 30, which was strange. So the only plus here with the is that we're going much further and a bit faster if we're on a boat. But yeah, as I've always said, that it's not quite as interesting. So now the hope is that I don't wind up inadvertently updating the game. And if there's still at least stripe lands, even after the patching, might just upgrade it anyway. Because there's still a Firelands product that exists. That's what I've seen in a video of one of the updates. Actually, let's just go this way. So I figured out a center thing, no 60 FPS, because alright, false trigger. Here we go. And run. Says the cow. I am seriously not doing that. That has to be that's got to be a bug in this version of the game. I'm not touching the, I wasn't even close, and I even saw the fact my finger didn't touch the crouch button at all. That has happened before. Where the touch controls didn't exactly work right. All right, running. All right. Yeah. Trying to find a way. I was too busy trying to figure out how not to cover the speakers, which is not possible. I mean, every once in a while, I'll be able to not touch the thing, but that's about it. Let's see what this abandoned village has. Oh, a smithy. We like those. Like them better if they're giving us anything good. We'll take that anyway, because there's so few. Yeah, we can go. We can go more. Okay, this way. This way. Yes, I did pick that up. Nothing exciting here. Let's keep going. I guess you don't need to be running at the speed of Vass to have to double tap 36 times before it realizes you're trying to run. Oh, here we go. It's buried. Yeah, that's a problem. This is a game of speed and skill here. Mostly speed. At least when it comes to getting to the Firelands or some sort of artifact that may possibly remain. Or even possibly which would really set this back quite a few. The 30 million border? I don't know. So I'm not going to go digging around trying to look for something that's buried. No. Duh. Yeah, run. No, I'm not even touching that. Seriously, I wasn't even close. don't know, for some reason it doesn't want to respond. It did then. And we're trying to move. And I do see the village over there. Doesn't look like it's a very big one. You're kind of useless for this particular mission. You completely useless for the type of mission we're doing. You're just useless. Not a bad idea to have a second stack. I gotta keep an eye on the clock because, as I say, my lunch time, those are timed events. Go too far over, I lose money. I lose money in my paycheck. And there's a village way up on that hill. Are we going to go up it? I'm not sure. Yeah, I keep covering the mics. That's hard to avoid doing. Of course. Get rid of them. You could always get other stuff. I forget what these are. Might as well complete the chunk, I mean the stack there. Anything worth checking up out there? Not really. Not ducking. Not ducking. I literally was nowhere near that. That has to be a bug. And square on the up arrow with the forward arrow. I mean, I wonder if failing to register double tap is an issue too. I'm thinking the previous phone just didn't want to do it. Oh, I do it again. Okay, how about this way? Oh, I see what I did wrong. We can move. Not a village. Thought it was a desert temple. That I would have to kind of wait on. I forget what these guys do. Oh, you're a farmer. Never mind. Yeah, these villages are kind of useless for what we're looking for. Yeah, close enough. We'll call it good at this point. And we're back. As you can probably hear, it's the laundromat phase. And I always seem to poorly time those jumps. Yeah, we're going for that clearing over there. Boy, the circle is ridiculously large. So hopefully my mic covering is at a minimum. Yeah, since I dumbed down the recording frame rate to 30 frames a second, it runs a lot smoother. I mean, it ran smooth anyway, it just doesn't stutter as much. But I would have still given you a 60 frame per second show if all the workarounds to my problems would actually work. I'm still gonna play around with the Android screen capture, see if it really is the horrendous resource vampire that I noticed, or it was just mimicking what it was doing. I have a feeling it's set to do 30 frames a second. I like how you can turn. That's the one thing from the other phone I definitely don't miss. The fact that I can turn when I turn the player on this one. And we're off. And falling into pits. And not moving. Hey, might as well get some coal. Just because we can. And of course, if I was able to give you a 60 frame per second show, I'm not sure if it shows up with 30, but you can see the mathematical errors. And these flowers flicker even more, probably induce an epileptic seizure or two by looking at those. Now, as of late, major updates require you to actually go to the store and get them. So I'm going to try my best to make sure that this doesn't get updated. Yeah, well, this way. Because this phone has much more memory and 3 gigs of RAM compared to 12 on this one, and 32 gigs of storage versus 128 on this one, you can let the file size get a little bigger. Then we'll purge it. The first time I purged it was an experiment in Village. That does not sound good. Either something's broken or something's in the dryer. Wonder what these buildings are for. Nothing important. This might be Farmer Joe. Some emeralds. And jump. Yeah, those are just huts. Just an ordinary hut. Alright, we can move over this way and run. Oh, I took a double jump there because I wasn't sure if that was a pit or just a slight drop. However, I've fallen victim to more of those lately. Whatever, we'll leave that one. Board the boat. And boat the boat. And that's landlocked. We'll go this way. I'm glad they lowered the volume on the TV. Like I said, Another very hot day. And my phone's complaining about something. It's boring, but it gets us there faster. I also realized I did not check the sun before heading out. Hopefully at the least we'll have some hill that we can pillar up on and make a platform if we have to get to that point. Nope. We got land. I keep forgetting how much faster these washers are. Can't wait for the place I like to go to reopen. I don't think they've done anything since the fire except rip some walls and the tin ceiling off. And there's the sun. Just in time. Uh-oh. Nope. Not quite yet. Don't need the bed yet. Can we get to this little island here? Is there a sleeping spot we can use? Why, yes there is. And there's a village we missed. We'll take a step back once, yeah, it'll be too late. have to sleep it at this point. Dolphin power. There went the dolphin. There it is. Missing water. Sounds good. Yeah, there's nothing really there. Okay, there's about a minute left and we can run. We can run. We're not running. So I'm going to put the boat down and get the dryer phase going. See you when the dryer's running. Right, we are back. Let's eat some food before we go on the boat. And boat. Yeah, I think Minecraft, it looks at the width of the screen to base how big the touch circle is. I think it might be why I'm having some difficulties. Learning curve. So it's nice to see that I'm moving and it's not struggling, especially turning. That's a difficult process. And nothing really special about that village, except for that one weird hut that nothing could possibly be in. That's what I like about the Bedrock edition of Minecraft. You have a very warm, you got a very warm biome next to icebergs. Right away. Now the next time we won't be able to do it, but I think in the, not the next episode, but the one after, we may hit the next mathematical glitch zone. Just a little over 512K. That's when I believe we will hit it. And the best thing is, with this new phone, one of the best things is it's an OLED display. So I think we've discussed everything pretty much. Somewhat 7:3 aspect ratio. A little data's cut off the side, that left side where the camera and other things are. I guess this phone is very thin-skinned because it gets quite a bit warmer than the G5 did, so I can only imagine when this thing is getting pushed super hard down the road. Probably won't even be fun to hold. Probably get hot. So maybe about 38 usable minutes left before we call it an episode. Things I do to get this to work. So like I said, the video editor will not accept these files, probably because of the weird aspect. Probably because of the weird horizontal resolution. So, I then use Power Director to convert the 7.3's pieces into 16:9 that my editor knows and loves, and then I take that and make the video like normal, except I have to put it on a different layer, so the main layer I can't use because the video is off, is a bit off to the right. So I gotta put it on an upper layer where I can manipulate where the physical image is. That way I can actually eliminate that, well, not eliminate the, I'll just, I can shift the image over so that the gap, for the most part, is identical on both sides. And I say for the most part because sometimes what I see isn't what I get, and there's only a certain amount of control that you can get over a certain resolution on your screen. Is that flat? No, it isn't. That's okay. It's time to Get out of the boat, place a bed, and then get back in the boat. Oh, here's a good spot, and an orange bed to match. Let's grab another orange, because we can. Yeah, I think it is that the game's making the touch circle a little too big. And that's a red, and I'm not sure if that might be part of the problem. I don't think it is. I hear my hands moving about the phone when the conditions change, but apparently these Galaxy Note 20s, the 20 Ultras, tend to have a microphone issue. And over here, can't blame that on anything but me. And the part that sucks is we got a giant mountain to climb. That helps. That doesn't help. Oh no, I ain't making that. And we fall off again because I suck. Anyway. There won't be a third time. Did I accidentally raise the volume? No, I didn't. And the phone's complaining about something again. It's probably a notification. I want to shut those off. I literally am hitting the middle of the forward button, and it's ducking. That has to, I know I keep repeating myself, but that has to be a bug. It just can't be, it just can't be what I'm doing. Because I literally am just touching one button. And it's repeatable on a different brand of phone. Badlands/Mesa in a normal play, that's a pretty good thing to have. But in a trying to get to the Farlands kind of video, yeah, not so much. wind up having to do it again. Nope, I see an exit. No, run. Load a little way and then throw a bunch of crap out. Oh. That was a progress killer. This was I believe this was empty when I came in. Either that or somebody was leaving just as I was putting stuff in. Fortunately, I have not had my stuff stolen yet. Got a ways to go to get on access again. We've been timing the jumps pretty well. The downward ones I won't bother, it's kind of a waste of energy. Granted, we'll get the same thing, but the difference is going up, stop, and climb. Whereas you're still in motion heading down. We can run. I didn't know. Almost time to fall asleep again. We can run, we can run, we can run 3 times. There's got to be a setting to adjust the circle. That's just ridiculously large. And outside of the ducking thing, I think that'll clear up a few problems. Orange bed. Because orange good. The horizon, so sleep shall be a thing. About 23 minutes to go. It's amazing how far you can get when you have a phone that actually can handle the game. We start at 450, and we almost made 30K with over 20 minutes of exploration to go. That's pretty good. Mentioned it, I'm glad they lowered the volume on that TV. And have all sorts of copyright problems if they did. They didn't. Yeah, you can swim. That's the direction. I got turned around again. TV's playing some adaptation of the Addams Family. I don't know how much more modern than the original, but it definitely is not the original. Yeah, we're landlocked. Just leave the boat just a hair, just so we can cut a little more lumber down. Alright, we got plenty of wood at this point. Now we can grab our friend Mr. Boat that we just kicked out of the way. Put the boat back there. Ooh, that was narrow. Fortunately, with this phone, I had control of that. Oh, I didn't need to see mountains. Kind of like most of the stuff I do. Oh, I can board from there. So the only two negatives I've noticed with this phone thus far, well, one is it keeps reminding me to, when I'm trying to record, that it keeps telling me that AC recorder wants to capture your screen. That's kind of the point of the screen capture. It's annoying, but you can get over that. Also, obviously, I'm going to try and find the fix. And the MPEG-4 files that these videos are, my fairly decent quality editor doesn't like them. I think it's because it's an older version. Well, like I said, I gotta work around. Save them as 16:9 in the other thing, and then put the 7.3 to 16:9 converted files into the editor that I absolutely have control over and know how to use. And there you go. Trying to readjust the laundry baskets. They've been sliding forward as I've been doing this. Well, 15 usable minutes left. Holy crap, we're almost at 480,000. $512 and change, not far away. Like I said, maybe not the next episode, but the one after, we might hit the next mathematical error, and it's gonna last for 500,000 blocks. Alright. Yeah, way easier to do on a phone where you have some control over it. Random and whack stuff. But if I move the view a little bit, like, yeah, probably couldn't have seen it, but that's fine. It'll hold the position. Is that a village up there? Because I really want to. Yeah, there is. Now if we can just run and get there. Whoa, big holes in the ground I didn't see. Is there a bed in here? Of course not. I think I would know by now. I gave you a yellow one? Alright, do we have a chest? Because we need to dump stuff that we grabbed. We can go over here. This button. Dump. Dump. No. Go, 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 go. Let's try and open the door. And there's a desert temple. One more diamond, and we can expedite the process of using the nether again. Not being chased, that's good. Oh, I thought the door would be at 480,000. It isn't. 6 off. Alright. Ooh, and we're lined up. Alrighty, let's see what we got. More of this, which we definitely can use. Can get rid of this as well. We're going to build a new one. And there's our answer. Not only going to build a new pickaxe, it's going to be a diamond pickaxe. What we're going to do right now is temporarily place that there. And whatever. We can afford one block to be in the wrong position. Because we can just jump right out there. And we can take that and put that there. Now if we find a broken portal, we can take the obsidian from it. I have a feeling there is a village nearby. So even though it's a... Yeah, there it is. No, Ultra 20. It's still a small screen. But for a phone, it's pretty big. Plus, we can actually... You and nothing. Yeah, nothing really here. That's an interesting valley. Get rid of that. And once again, we're placing beds, and we don't want to place beds. Alrighty. Just eat before we go. Yeah, I like to see the bottom of the boat. That way I know I'm actually going in the direction that I'm facing in. So, if I decide to purge the world again, I mean, I'm gonna have to. What I do is I copy it, I don't move it over to my computer. Go into the database and delete all the library files, because there's no quote-unquote spawn chunks to worry about. And these purges happen, typically I save it for after sleeping, when quitting a run for the day or for an episode, so that if I die, there's a bed there. Oh, not bad for a blind run. Actually, I think there might be more usable minutes, because this phone probably isn't going to struggle ending, because it's been running for a couple hours and hasn't really picked up the stutter all that much. I guess the 30 frames per second recording instead of 60 helps out a bit. And like I said, if I can get 60 in it, and it's not constantly bogging down, I'm okay with a little hiccup in frame rate here and there. That first jump was unintentional. It's getting dark, as I like to do when it gets dark. Is run. damage to the world now, this would be a good point. So I wouldn't lose any progress. Because if I run far enough away that it's not in the render anymore, it'll be gone, and then if I die, all this was for nothing. Okay, doing more annoying things. There was nothing private there, so I'm not too... Yeah, a couple small hiccups right there, not a big deal. For the most part, it stayed rock solid at 60. Let me go a little more this way because it's easier to get it. Okay, yeah, we can move, we can move, we can move, we can move. Okay, that's a roof forest. We don't care for those too much. Yeah, we can move. That there's a roof forest. Let it go a little bit longer. Yeah, we're hurt, so we'll use up a piece of bread there. Was that a village I saw? No. Something caught my attention, but it wasn't a village. There it is. Well, I didn't decide to run, but yeah, I can move. Smithy! Yay! those are the ones we care about. Yeah, stuff I don't need. Alright, we're at that point, so... Alright, so end right here. And make it a... not exactly round, but... quote-unquote round number. 482, 615. That isn't too bad. 1 minute to go before the dryer quits, and that's this edition of One Way. Georgia 551 saying, hope you enjoyed and have a good one.